For you growing up in Columbus, what was the top point for you on the opposite end of the spectrum? What was maybe your most positive moment or highest point you reached growing up just in Columbus?
Graduated. A lot of people in Columbus don't do that. Well, they do, but a lot of people don't. And so graduating, that was a big one.
And that's in reference to high school.
Mm-hmm.
And care to share the high school you attended back then?
I went to Jordan, but I had went to Smith Station my senior year and came back to Jordan and graduated.
And can you explain that scenario there?
It was it was for basketball purposes. So Jordan was really one of the schools that was, I don't want to say it, it was just like a lot of stuff going on around Jordan area. So I just went to Smith Station for basketball, and plus it was 7A, and I wanted to play on the best level. So I went to Smith Station and played basketball season and came back and graduated.
Now, what's the current status with you and that sport at this point?
I had got like a red shirt offer to Maryland, but I had never went. I had some news found out, and I was just like, I wanted to do anything. Well, not anything, but I wanted to be able to help my family. You know what I'm saying? So.
Is that still a possibility?
Yeah, basketball?
Yes.
Yeah, always.
So it's not, that career path has not ended for you. You're not closed to it.
Mm-mm.
And what about that school? Is that opportunity still available for you?
I don't think it is. They got I think they got a new head coach now. So, nah. They can start from scratch again.
Now, prior to the offer from Maryland, when it came to basketball, you obviously played in high school, assuming varsity, assuming you were a starter, and no assumption here, what actual position?
Point guard.
And how long were you on varsity for?
Since ninth grade. I played 3 JV games. But I was scoring high numbers in JV. And I was just so small, the coach didn't really trust me to go to varsity. And because he was old school, so he was more like, nah. And I had my third game, I think I scored like 34. And he was just like, come to varsity. And I had went to varsity, but I didn't start right away. But at the end of the season, I started.
End of your freshman season, you started?
My freshman season, I had started the last 2 games.
And what school was that?
Jordan. Well, Jordan, but I say Jordan. It's like a little country slang.
And what jersey number did you have at the time?
I was number 24 in my 9th grade year. And then my sophomore year, I was 10. And then ever since then, I was 1.
And were there any, were those numbers given to you, any of those jersey numbers, or were those any that you requested personally?
You had to earn them. You had it you gave them a number. The lowest number was the best. That's what our coach say. So you basically work throughout tryouts, practice, everything, and he'll give you a number based on what he see you as. And he always said the point guard was the leader of the team, so he gave me number 1 at my 11th grade year.
How did you feel when you got that number?
I mean, it ain't really had no feeling to me. I was just, it stuck with me though. I had got it tatted, so it stuck with me. But yeah, I ain't really had no real feeling. I just felt like me working out was paying off for basketball.
And care to share where that tattoo is on your body?
It's right here, literally this one. Right here.
Now, aside from organizational basketball in high school, did you play in any other organizations aside from that?
I played football. I played football my 9th grade year. And I had to play quarterback, but I got hit too hard. I had quit my first time.
But in terms of basketball, did you play AAU perhaps?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For Tri-City Elite and Atlanta Express, Georgia Suns. Mm-hmm.
And how far did any of those teams get?
We always got far. Georgia Suns, we were actually so good, but it was too many good people on one team. Everybody wanted to shine, so we always lost because everybody tried to have about 30. So we lost because the team we played together.
Now, did you have the opportunity to play with or compete against anybody that ended up becoming famous themselves yet?
Yeah, I played Jaykwon Walton. He, he was at my school, so he in the NBA now. He played for Oklahoma City. I played Jaylin Sellers. He Pat Twin best point guard right now. Well, the best point guard right now in college, statistic wise, and he supposed to be going to the NBA next year. Who else I played? I played some other people. I was supposed to play Bronny them before, but they had lost. But I was in the same tournament as them, but they lost. So yeah, I had played the team that beat them. So I didn't get to play them. But yeah, so yeah.
Was that something you were looking forward to, playing Bronny and his team?
Yeah, I was young too, so like I really wanted to play him because I knew his game was gonna gain a lot of exposure.
Okay, so the member of the OKC team, you were on the same team.
Yeah, we had went to the same middle school, and when I came there, he was just now leaving middle school, and so he was at every practice. Like I ain't gonna lie, like he was in the gym every day, in our gym before high school.
Did you see any of that NBA potential in him back then?
Yeah, I seen him, but when I was young, I always think because he was tall. But he was tall, but he was fast like me, and I was short, very short. I was like 4 something. And he was just tall and fast. And he would, so yeah, I thought he was gonna go to the NBA, but I thought I was gonna be right behind him, like you know. So yeah.
Was there any video footage of you two?
Now it is, cause he recently just came back down, and I was with him, but.
And what's the status between you two at this point?
We pretty good. No lot in.
Haven't had a chance to go to any professional games that he's been able to play, like OKC versus the Atlanta Hawks, for example, which is an hour from Dallas.
Nah, he just got in the NBA.
Oh, got you.
So yeah, so the only thing he been doing right now is like summer league stuff like that. And like he told me he's still working for his spot to be maintained. So yeah, so I ain't just really. But when he do, I know he gonna give us tickets for sure.
Just curious there. Now, any other, ask your variety of questions here in regards to your upbringing. Is there anything else you were not asked, people want to know about that, or question you weren't asked, people want to know about that as well? Just in regards to your upbringing alone, zooming out here.
No, for real. But I was just raised by a single father. That's it.
And same father as KJ and TJ, or TJ and KJ. And where do you fit on that ladder between those other two? Oldest, middle, youngest?
Youngest.